Let me ask you something. At some point, all of us have felt completely fine, confident, prepared, and even excited. And then, without warning, someone says, "So, tell me about yourself." And suddenly, in that very moment, everything you know about yourself seems to disappear. If this sounds familiar, then stay with me because this video is for you. Now, to understand this better, let us picture a situation together. Suppose you are sitting in front of your screen, the camera is on, the internet is working perfectly for once. Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen, there is a panel watching you, possibly from two or three or multiple different countries. Then comes the very first question, which is going to trouble you. And you already know the question is that is, tell me about yourself. At that point, your heart starts racing, your thoughts begin to scatter. As a result, you notice yourself doing one of the two things. Either you start reading your CV out loud, or you say a few lines that do not even sound like you. I'll share an instance here. I was talking to a friend of mine and I asked the same question to him that tell me about yourself. And the moment I asked this question to him, he started reading out his CV only. This actually happens. He was talking about the place he lives in and the degrees, education. No, this is not the question actually means. So if you also have been there, I see you totally. However, let us pause here for a moment. What if the situation is stayed exactly the same, but your response changed? Now, imagine the same screen, the same panel, and the same question. But this time, instead of rushing, you pause, you breath, and you smile. As a result, in just a few calm and clear seconds, you see something that feels true to you, sounds professional, and quietly makes them think there is something solid here for sure, right? Because if you are going to answer something with clarity, with the proper pauses, with confidence, and a smile on your face, the listener will definitely pay attention to your words and feel drawn to your words and must think that there is something solid here to discuss. And this shift doesn't happen because confidence suddenly appears. Instead, it happens because of clarity. And that clarity is what we are going to build together in this video. Now that we understand the possibility, let us talk about why introductions matter so much. Whether you are a student, a job seeker, or someone teaching or working across borders, or maybe going for your PhD interview, right? People decide very quickly whether they want to keep listening to you or not. In fact, they may forget your marks, they may forget your titles, but what they rarely forget is how you made them feel in those first few seconds. This is why, when you introduce yourself, your listener is silently asking. He's asking continuously to the brain of the person, who is this person? How are they relevant to me? And should I give them my attention? Should I give them any future chance or not? So it is important to be careful whenever you are going for such sort of questions. Now, here is where most of us struggle. The truth is, we were never really taught how to introduce ourselves, are we? Of course, even when I asked this question in my classes, initially my students started feeling blank. They felt, how should we answer this? How are we supposed to answer this? But not anymore because they already had classes with me and they have a good idea of it. And because of this question, because of that, we do what feels safe. We list facts, we rush, we explain too much. out of that stress, out of that nervousness, we start explaining too much that is not required. So at this point, let us consciously reframe the way we look at introductions. Yes, your introduction is not your biography. Instead, it is simply a trailer. No, I'm not going to talk about any movie trailer, but the trailer of your life. You are not trying to explain everything word by word, episode by episode, or line by line. You are simply opening the door to curiosity. Once that mindset is clear, no, everything becomes easier there. So, here is a simple structure you can rely on whether you are speaking to one person or to a global panel. First, please listen to it carefully. Whenever you are going to sit for the interview, you are 100% going to experience this question. And for this, I want you to prepare it beforehand. What you need to do first, start with who you are right now. Okay. Second, move to what you do or what you are working towards. Third, add what makes you a little different from the world. And that is it. That is all you need to do when you are asked such question or you feel difficulty in answering, right? You do not need to complicate language. You not need to complicate your thoughts or any other thing. What you need are honesty and well chosen words over there. To make this even clearer, let us look at a few examples. If you are a student, you might say, I am a literature student or I am an engineering student. You may select it from your own domain. So I'm taking an example from the literary student and using the lines over here that you can reframe as per your domain. I'm a literature student who enjoys exploring how stories shape the way people think, especially young readers. Similarly, if you are a job seeker, you could simply say, I am an early career professional who helps team stay organized by turning complex tasks into clear plans. And if you are teaching or working internationally, you might say, I am an English language faculty member who focuses on helping learners communicate confidently in global academic settings, right? So, if you notice carefully, none of these introductions are trying to impress. Instead, they are simply trying to connect the dots, to connect or to fill in the gaps, which is there, that is your duty to fill in. Now that you know what to say, the next question is how to say it. This is where delivery matters. How you are going to deliver it? You need to slow down, pause after your name, and allow your key idea to lane, right? Do not rush, do not complicate the things when you are sitting and you are just going to stress over it. No, you need to slow down. You need to take proper poses when you are speaking. Remember that you do not need to sound perfect, but you only need to sound present in the moment. Why? Because it's all about the confidence again. Confidence is not at all about the speed you are getting, but it is about calm ownership of your words, how you are going to deliver your words confidently. So, finally, let us bring everything together. If you have ever walked away from an interview or meeting thinking, oh, they never really saw me. Please remember this, nothing was missing in you. Your message simply arrived too fast. So, starting today, draft your 20-second introduction, say it out loud, refine it until it feels like you, until it feels like natural. It should not be like that you have mugged up something and you are delivering that mugged up content of yours. It should not be the case. It should be natural. It should be well versed. It should be well structured. And the next time someone asks you, tell me about yourself, I can bet on this that you will not freeze on it. Rather, you will feel ready. So, thank you so much. This was all about this video. And soon I am going to upload a few more important topics for your future interview or Any other thing you would like to see here? You may also comment down the suggestion of yours and if any topic you would like to see on the channel. Also, I would like to discuss one more thing. I received a few messages where people were asking me to prepare the videos in Hindi language as they really want to listen, but completely unable to get it in English language. I know I can understand that the English is a global language that I need to focus upon, but I'm a bit perplexed over here, and I request my viewers to suggest me on this whether should I be bilingual or should I go for the English language only. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Thank you.